anarchy.
This is the Troll Patrol, live with Justin Freakin.
Welcome to the Troll Patrol Live. It's a freaking Monday, and I did not think I would be coming on tonight with good news to report to you here in this dystopian states of America. Greg Bovino has lost his job. Apparently is going to be forced into retirement. Flash says it's not good news, but I mean, it's something. At least the administration is responding to their huge fuck up. Somebody's facing some kind of accountability. The crappy part is like, it gives him plenty of time to be able to go out in his Subaru. Or her Subaru with her lover. Fair enough, Flash. They're not admitting that he was wrong. They're returning him to his old post and then forcing him into retirement. And hey, I'll smoke to that. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought he looked like an old lesbian. Yes, Greg Bovino looks like he eats a lot of pussy. Christopher, what is up, my friend? We are once again streaming vertically on YouTube. Tracy comes in, she thinks she can just start dictating what the content is. I have the phone number up. It's 917-830-4359. I might have happened to use a title that's a little clickbaity. What did I end up saying? ICE are terrorists and Trump diddles kids. Prove me wrong. Would anybody in the chat like to prove me wrong? ICE are terrorists, Trump diddles kids. You got the balls, prove me wrong. 917-830-4359. Or you can hop into the Discord. I've always wanted to be big enough to be able to just take calls constantly. Because that's easier. It's easier to just take calls and mock you guys for being stupid for a few hours. Call it a day. I don't have to work on content. I think my cat's up there with his leg up. Oh, he's doing something you probably can't do on stream. Oh, man. Oh, man, he's deep in there. Shit.
You live in sexual anarchy.
I'm sorry, vertical people. I don't think my drops work over there. I tried to make them work and they don't for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why they don't. Meatcakes, thank you for the resub. How am I a jackass? Please let me know. I would love to know. I want to know your guys' thoughts. If you think I'm a jackass, tell me why I'm a jackass. I mean, I probably am a jackass. That's not some big new revelation, I don't think. The big beautiful bill is Bubba. That's who Trump's been blowing. That's exactly right. Rock James, welcome in. Dr. Kavakian. Simon, I'm not sure what is your cat involving in the fucked up Steam file? Epstein file? Is that what you mean, Epstein file? Yeah, my cat is not in the Epstein file. Nowhere near rich enough to be in the Epstein file. I just took a gigantic bong rip. I'm sorry. Yeah, people who call in have thin skin. They can't take me calling them dumb. They call me dumb. I just, maybe it's true. I might be dumb, especially on certain topics. It's like I said to the dude the other day. It's like me talking about football. I don't know what I'm talking about football. The Seahawks and the Patriots. Is that who it is? I think I got it right. I meant to fuck it up and I got it right, didn't I? That's who's in the Super Bowl. Or is it Seahawks and Eagles? I don't know. I don't watch sporty ball, so I don't talk about sporty ball, but apparently a lot of right wingers like to talk about politics when they don't know shit about them. Anyway, here's your meme of the day. Greg Bovino, scissor me Timbers. I guess we'll get to the news. I was thinking I wouldn't have to do any work. We just get calls like we did the other day. So it is the Atlantic breaking the news within like the last hour or two. Greg Bovino is being transferred back to his original post. Oh, and it is Live Music Monday. Hadn't really decided what we were going to do. I was thinking maybe Sabrina Carpenter. Because that went so well last time, why not try it again this time? Next week, we're going to be doing Bad Bunny for Live Music Monday. Trump is indeed a pedophile. I am well aware. You ain't telling me anything I don't already know. Greg Bovino. Ah, fucking shit. The Atlantic keeps crashing on me here. You're killing me, Atlantic. Probably all the shit I have to get around paywalls, which didn't work. He's looked very unwell for like 10 years now. It's looked like it was coming any day. But still. I'm sorry, I didn't prepare for the show tonight. I thought I'd get a take off. let me get us which I had the story, but it is not working, so I'm going to go over to CNN. Atlantic was the organization that first reported it. I'm going to go over to CNN. Top Border Patrol official expected to leave Minneapolis as Trump sends home into the state. Top Border Patrol official Gregory Bovino and his agents are expected to leave. The Department of Homeland Security has also suspended his access to his social media accounts. He apparently spent yesterday crashing out on social media. Few details back claims federal officials have declined to provide critical details substantiating their claim that an agent shot ICU nurse Alex Preddy in self-defense during an encounter on Saturday. I tried to look and see if I could find him on Twitter. Does he have a burner account? But then again, they said he was suspended from the official accounts. So a lot has happened today. Let's go to the court case that the Attorney General of Minneapolis argued the BCA and feds both made arguments today in court.
More major cases related to Operation Metro Surge played out in court today. We have team coverage starting with Gordon Severson on the battle for evidence in the shooting death of Alex Preddy. Gordon?
After the shooting, the BCA says its investigators were not allowed into the crime scene to investigate. So the agency requested a temporary restraining order to ensure that Homeland Security doesn't delete any of the evidence. Late Saturday night, a judge agreed, and today both sides debated whether that restraining order should continue. For the second time this month, the Minnesota BCA has not been allowed to investigate.
I had no idea he had his own official account. Commander Operator at Large, Gregory K. Bovino. Oh my God, this little man. Why do you think Walls should be in prison? Call in and let me know. 917-830-4359.
Shooting of a Minnesota citizen in Minnesota. In court Monday afternoon, a lawyer for the Department of Homeland Security argued the shooting involved a federal agent on a federal assignment and the investigation should be federal. He also argued the BCA is trying to micromanage their
Now, this is a call-in show. If you want to come in and get in the chat, I would like to talk to you. 917-830-4359. I find it interesting that you say that Democrats are criminals. Donald Trump is literally a convicted felon. Mel, are you saying that Walls should go to prison for fraud? Trump has literally been convicted of committing fraud. You can't make people support ICE. That's fundamentally un-American, CL Smooth. I like your name, friend. Yippin. I like your name. I don't like ICE or Trump, and I don't know how anybody could, because ICE are terrorists. Trump is a pedophile. Prove me wrong. 917-830-4359. You can't make them support ICE. HD Berg, welcome in. Good to see you, friend. Quesadilla. Komradsky. Is nobody wanting to talk to me? I would love to. I want to know what you guys are thinking. As a normie, as somebody who considers himself well educated and a critical thinker and everything, like, the things you guys think boggle my mind. They're trying to get pedos off the street. Trump is a pedophile. If you care about pedophiles, then start with Trump. You didn't seem to have a problem with ICE and deportation under Clinton and Obama, and they deported a whole lot more. You're right, Diana, you're right. Well, you're not right that I didn't have a problem with it, because, first of all, under Clinton, I was a kid. The first election I could vote in was No. I was just shy of being able to vote in 2000. First election I could vote in was 2004, but in 2000 I campaigned for George W. Bush. I was president of the Young Republicans in high school. But here's the thing. I did protest under Obama and his depot. I literally called him President Deporty McDrone Strike. That was my nickname I came up with for him. So the idea that I didn't protest Obama, just completely absurd. But here's the thing, is Obama didn't violate the Constitution. I asked somebody, because I might be wrong. Obama didn't violate the Constitution in terms of immigration. I can give you a couple of examples where he did violate the Constitution. And And it's kind of murky, too, because it was an American citizen overseas, but that's a whole other can of worms. He didn't violate the Constitution in terms of immigration policy. He gave everybody due process. Everybody's Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights were intact. I don't like the expedited deportation thing that passed. I think that was under Bush. It might have been Obama. The expedited deportation, I'm totally not down with that. But okay, if you tell me that Obama deported more people than Trump, which is true, Obama deported more people in an average month than Trump did. Biden did as well, by the way, during Biden's presidency. Why don't you guys support Obama or Biden?
Come on, man.
So they did the thing that you say you wanted. Criminal, illegal aliens deported from the country. That's what Obama and Biden and Clinton, you even agreed, did. They did it better than Trump. And you don't support Democrats. Is that what you're saying? Just a white boy. You're like the fifth person already to make that joke. Yeah, he killed a couple of Americans by drone strike. I agree, Virgil. But then again, he also kind of had this weird, murky authorization that we gave to presidents after 9/11, which I don't think is a good thing, and I've fought against since I was politically aware right after 9/11. See, 9/11 happened my senior year of high school, like right as I was turning 18. It's kind of what radicalized me. We do have a bunch of right-wingers in here tonight. Well, don't let them know they're helping me out. Big Frank, welcome in. Okay, I've heard that a couple of times. The people let him do it. I mean, the people you're accusing of like obstructing federal law enforcement are not. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, Donald Trump is making a show of this. That's why Dr. Phil went on a ride along. Because this is all just for propaganda's sake. Yes, 56 people died in 8 years under Obama. It's up to 32 right now under Trump in 1 year. Daniel, welcome in, my friend. 2011 North, welcome. Wesley, my friend. By the way, you guys can call and talk to me, 917-830-4359. The number is in the title of the stream. It's on the screen for you. Avalon, I don't think I told you good evening. We all saw the videos and everyone saw what they wanted to see. I don't know what that means. I can show you the videos, and it is absolutely clear that Pretty was trying to help a woman that was assaulted. And right-wingers have spent the last 4 or 5 years telling me about how they're protectors of women. And we just saw on video an ICE agent just unprovoked assault a woman, knock her completely on her ass. Pretty goes over and tries to help her up, and they grab him, pepper spray him, throw him to the ground, and execute him in the back. Baked Bizquick, there's no talking to me because, like, you don't have the intellectual capacity to talk to me because I'm gonna, like, make your head explode from cognitive dissonance. Nobody tried to grab an officer's gun. Completely made up. What was the woman that ICE officers assaulted? It's clearly a woman. Like, what the fuck is wrong? You guys don't even know what is a woman. You guys don't fucking know. You can't tell when you see one get assaulted by an ICE agent. You guys are fucking stupid. I would like it if somebody called in. I want to know what you guys think. Like, you win me over. 917-830-4359. They do not know what a woman is, which is ironic. Trump a tritter. Just like Jonathan Pollard backstabbing treason. I think, Rock James, I think I agree with you. I'm not sure who Jonathan Poland is. Dude, one of the fuckers evidence that ICE terrorists, they do not fucking show police, show their faces because they are J6ers. And probably, you're exactly right. Rudy, right-wingers don't speak retard? I think that's all they speak, to be completely honest with you. Ray, thank you for giving me the like and the sub. I appreciate it, my friend. We have a lot of fun, especially when right-wingers call in. That girl was a linebacker, like you could tell with somebody that, you know, it was like negative 10 degrees in Minneapolis that day, right? Like you can tell that a girl is a linebacker. And what would it matter if she is a linebacker? Jesus Christ, you guys will make any excuse to justify your shitty behavior. They have lost all sense of reality. Absolutely. Bila the Wheela. I love your name, Robert Boyd. What's up, my friend? ICE wants to take away our rights and guns. Exactly. Arm yourselves, friends. Exercise your Second Amendment rights if you feel comfortable. I don't think I'm responsible enough. I'm too clumsy to carry a firearm. But if you do feel that you are responsible enough to bear arms, I highly encourage it. Get trained up. Go join one of your local gun clubs. There's plenty of leftist gun clubs you want to get involved with. Is it the John Brown Gun Club? Excellent. Go find yourself a fucking leftist farmer somewhere in your area. They'll tell you how to get yourself armed up. And it is wild seeing all the right-wingers turn on the Second Amendment. Where are all the don't tread on me folks? I guess we'll end up doing some news since I don't have anybody coming at me. Okay, we were talking about the court case earlier today, the BCA, which is the... Fuck, I had to look it up the other day to figure out what it stood for. Something correct. Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. That's their state version of the FBI. Like in different states, it's different things. In Tennessee, it's the TBI, whatever. It's the BCA in Minnesota.
Investigators were not allowed into the crime scene to investigate, so the agency requested a temporary restraining order to ensure that Homeland Security doesn't delete any of the evidence. Late Saturday night, a judge agreed, and today both sides debated whether that restraining order should continue. For the second time this month, the Minnesota BCA has not been allowed to investigate the fatal shooting of a Minnesota citizen in Minnesota. In court Monday afternoon, a lawyer for the Department of Homeland Security argued the shooting involved a federal agent on a federal assignment and the investigation should be federal. He also argued the BCA is trying to micromanage their investigation, forcing the feds to preserve evidence when he argues there are procedures in place that already do that.
I think it's fantastic that they're going to court.
Former U.S. Attorney from Minnesota, Tom Heffelfinger, however, agrees with the BCA that there is enough cause for concern. According to court records,
apparently federal agents are descending on
the crime scene
Phoenix right now.
Too quickly, within just a few hours.
Well, thank you, Simon. I think you're awesome.
The BCA is also concerned that Homeland Security, not the FBI, is leading the federal investigation.
How can they conduct an effective and fair and transparent investigation when they've already decided that they're not going to do anything?
Heffelfinger says if the judge rules in the BCA's favor, it could set a
Heffelfinger.
give the agency more power to demand access to crime scenes moving forward. The judge says he will consider the arguments from both sides and he will make a decision soon. University of St. Thomas law professor Rachel Moran says it's hard to predict which way the ruling will go.
We know that the judge was concerned enough about denying access to the scene that he issued a temporary restraining order on a Saturday, of all things, saying you need to allow this access. And
now, there's no clear timeline for when the judge will announce his decision. Court officials say that temporary restraining order will stay in effect until that decision is announced.
All right. Thank you, Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon. What was Trump's reaction to the shooting? Let's hear from the big guy. Clinically, welcome in, my friend. Good to see you.
This morning, a growing number of Republicans are joining Democrats, calling for a full investigation into the killing of Alex Preddy by Border Patrol agents in Minneapolis.
What we're seeing on TV, it's causing deep concerns over federal tactics and accountability.
Senator Bill Cassidy calling the situation disturbing, writing the credibility of ICE and DHS are at stake. Senator Lisa Murkowski adding, ICE agents do not have carte blanche in carrying out their duties. Others taking issue with how quickly the Trump administration made an assessment, labeling Preddy a domestic terrorist without providing any evidence. John Mitnick, who served in President Trump's first term and helped establish the Department of Homeland Security, criticizing the agency, saying, I'm enraged and embarrassed by DHS's lawlessness, fascism, and cruelty. But top Trump officials continue to double down. FBI Director Kash Patel suggested it is illegal to bring a gun to a protest.
You cannot bring a firearm loaded with multiple magazines to any sort of protest that you want. It's that simple.
Overnight, President Trump telling the Wall Street Journal he doesn't like any shooting, adding, quote, but I don't like it when somebody goes into a protest and he's got a very powerful, fully loaded gun with 2 magazines loaded up with bullets also. That doesn't play good either. It's a stark contrast to what many Republicans, including the president, had to say about Kyle Rittenhouse, seen here carrying an assault-style rifle through Kenosha, Wisconsin in 2020 before opening fire, killing 2 men. He was acquitted on the charges. President Trump called him a very nice young man. Minnesota officials say Preddy was a lawful gun owner with a permit to carry, a right protected under the Second Amendment. Republican Congressman Thomas Massey posting, carrying a firearm is not a death sentence. It's a constitutionally protected God-given right. The NRA even speaking out, posting, responsible public voices should be awaiting a...
The NRA said, like, the least they could possibly say.
Demonizing law-abiding citizens. The president's predecessors calling for it all to stop. Former President Barack Obama said the shooting should be a wake-up call to every American. And former President Bill Clinton stating, at every turn, the people in charge have lied to us, told us not to believe what we've seen with our own eyes.
And over on Capitol Hill, Senate Democrats are now trying to take a stand, saying they will oppose a Department of Homeland Security funding bill that could lead to a partial government shutdown
that they just funded last week.
And FEMA response would be impacted. But regardless, it will do nothing to stop the $75 billion that Republicans have already passed and allocated toward funding ICE.
Which is just an insane amount of money. Yeah, some right-winger was trying to taunt me. It was like, oh, we don't get killed by federal agents. And I found, like, the perfect gif of Ashley Babbitt. Don't get killed by federal agents. If you'd like to call in, 917-830-4359. I've got a live shot of Minnesota up, but I don't think anything's popping off. Seems pretty quiet. It looks like agents are descending on Phoenix, Arizona next. And I've heard they've booked a bunch of rooms for Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I guess they're wanting to go to red states where they're going to be more welcomed before they try to terrorize a blue state again. I don't think Trump is upset with what happened. I don't think he's upset by the shooting death or anything. I think he's upset that he thinks it makes him look bad. Republican governor candidate, and the guy who is actually the lawyer for the officer that shot Renee Good is stepping out of the Minnesota governor's race.
These changes in tone and leadership and changes in leadership on the ground come as the White House sees growing Republican concerns and potential backlash. GOP senators and governors calling for a full investigation into Alex Preddy's death, and also some questioning ICE tactics. Fox 9's Rob Olson joining us to
Biggest
talk about this.
dickus.
And Rob, you had a sit-down interview with
You're the man.
Amy Klobuchar today, who is saying that videos of this have had a very strong influence on her Republican colleagues.
Yeah, very much so. Senator Klobuchar called the last day or so a sea change and did tell me it's a number of videos that have captured Alex Preddy's death.
Oh, this is a tongue twister. I love these, Rock James. Dangerous, delusional, derailed, demented, dummy, devil, disgusting, damaged, dysfunctional, detached, Down syndrome, dirty diaper Dawn.
And how they appear to clearly contradict what
Say that one 5 times fast.
claimed had happened so quickly. That really reverberated with a lot of her colleagues from the other side of the aisle, that she's heard some concerns from Republicans prior to Saturday about ICE tactics, but now she said those have gotten much louder, much more public, very quickly, and she's noticed in her own discussions with White House officials that they've...
Oh, yeah, I forgot the Wisconsin state government has gone more blue, hasn't it? I don't think they control the state legislature, do they? They control the Supreme Court in Wisconsin now. Or they're like tied in the legislature or something like that. They'll receive more cooperation than what they would in blue state Minnesota.
Very much took note.
So the pushback yesterday was intense. Finally, we had some Republican senators, House members, gun owners, the NRA.
Yeah, it's coming to your town anonymously.
Local legislators
Oregon gal,
saying
welcome
enough.
in.
We need a transparent investigation, but a number of them saying this is not okay.
Yeah.
Police chiefs
Got
in
that Club
Minnesota
Minimum.
and across the country. And I think that has gotten to a pitched level. So what we've been seeing for weeks has finally made it in a big way into the White House.
Had you been hearing any of that GOP concern prior to Saturday? Had it been starting to bubble up?
I had some discussions with Republican senators, so some of it was out there. But honestly, I think yesterday was a breaking point.
And Rob, among the Republican backlash, Republican defense attorney Chris Maddle, who said he will no longer be running for governor in Minnesota. What do you know about that?
Yeah, that was kind of a bombshell this morning. Maddle posted a 10-minute video on social media today announcing he is dropping from the governor's race. He said it's got nothing to do with Amy Klobuchar potentially running, but he did say that national Republicans have instead made it nearly impossible for any Minnesota Republican to win a statewide election. He called the ICE surge also a disaster, with U.S. citizens carrying papers to prove citizenship. He called raids of homes without judicial warrants unconstitutional, and he said he cannot support the stated retribution on the citizens of our state, nor could he count himself a member of a party that would do so.
All right. And so what are some of the comments that Republicans that have been getting the most attention saying?
Yeah, well, we've seen this, a growing number. You know, we've seen it from senators. We've seen it from other congressional people. We've seen it from governors calling for a deeper investigation into Preddy's death, which we, of course, did not really hear much of after the fatal shooting of Renee Good 3 weeks ago. There's others questioning the end goal here, believing that deporting every non-U.S. citizen is not what Americans want. They want the dangerous ones out, but not every single non-citizen.
So a lot still developing today.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob Olson, in our studios tonight.
So the majority of people want what was the Biden and Obama deportation policy. Goob as fuck. Are Somalians still defrauding Minnesota? That's a great question, my friend. Hold on. Did you know that the woman that prosecutors say was the ringleader of that fraud was prosecuted in 2023? She was convicted in 2023. The Justice Department actually indicted her in 2022. Oh no, did I delete my... Oh, there she is. I cleaned up my downloads folder earlier. We've still got it. This is Amy Bach. This is the woman that prosecutors say was the ringleader of the Somali fraud. The Biden Justice Department brought an indictment against her. He was convicted in 2023. Now, you're going to hear there's that Nick Shirley kid who I think has a learning disability. So please keep that in mind if you're going to come at me with, like, things you heard on his video. That Nick Shelley kid is saying something like 89% of the fraud in Minnesota was committed by Somalis. Now, what he's referring to is this case. Let's see if I still have the federal indictment here. I might have deleted that. There were 75 defendants in something like that, around 70-something defendants in that case, and 89% of those defendants were Somali. So that's when Nick Shirley says that, he's lying to you. And he means 89% of the defendants in this case, where the white woman, a woman by the name of Amy Bach, was described by prosecutors as the ringleader. Daniel Mackey, the first thing you guys have got to stop talking about opening nobody ever opened the borders. Never in this country has there been open borders. That never happened. Like, you're just repeating shit that it's so easy to demagogue against immigrants and get idiots to just repeat the dumbest shit. Oh, Biden opened the borders. And you guys just, because it sounds good and it's easy to say and it's easy to comprehend or something, but the reality of what's going on at the border far more complicated. You don't understand it, but has never ever been open. We have a rather militarized border, actually. Joey was flying them in. No, Trump has literally been flying immigrants from South Africa in. I don't think a government can tell people where they can and cannot, be. I don't think that's a thing. I think that's, fundamentally against human rights that a government can't tell you where you can and cannot live. Bob Bunny, okay, you say he exposed fraud. I wanna nail down on this. What did he expose? You had no clue about this case. You had no clue that the Justice Department indicted all these people. You have no idea about anything going on in Minneapolis. You watched a YouTube grifter tell you what you wanted to hear, and you believed it without critical thought. And he did it in service of a tyrannical government that needs an outgroup, because that's what fascists do, right? They make appeals to a national identity, and they tell you those people are bad. And they demonize those people over there. With us, it's immigrants. Because they've latched on to something that people think they're here illegally. Well, the majority of people that are here illegally overstayed their visas. That's the majority of people. I'm not joking. And being here illegally is a civil infraction. It's like jaywalking. That's why right-wingers called it catch and release, because they made it sound real nefarious. But because being in the country is something that's just a civil infraction, people were crossing the border wanting to claim asylum. They were being cited at the border, a ticket like you would a normal civil infraction, and given a court date. And 99% of them came to their court dates. Was it the best system? No, it was completely underfunded and understaffed. But it wasn't what you guys think is going on. You think I'm a useful idiot? You're talking about elite corrupt politicians. But like Donald Trump is the elite. He is the billionaire. He has the billionaire cabinet. He had all the billionaires as his inauguration. They're having goddamn Great Gatsby parties at Mar-a-Lago with weird dog heads and shit. He's the elite, brother. I already answered this. One, I protested Obama. Two, Obama didn't violate the Constitution. Obama didn't round up 170 citizens illegally and detain them. Okay, Leslie Wellesley. You say you voted. Well, the majority of people in this country voted for somebody other than Donald Trump. Donald Trump did not even get 50%. He's ran 3 times. He got beat by 3.3 million the first time. He got trounced by like 8 million the second time. And he barely squeaked by with not even a majority of the vote this time. Babini. Is that how you say your name? Babini? Babini? Babini. 917-830-4359. Biden backed by billionaires and he violated the Constitution. KY Old Toy. How did Biden violate the Constitution? Obama held children in dog kennels under bridges in California heat with no air conditioning. I don't think that's true, but once again, I protested Obama's immigration policy. Trump did actually win the popular vote this time. He did not win a majority of the vote. Jelly Lodel, welcome in. No, it's some Twitch chat in here. Okay, Biden pardoned his family. I don't give a shit about Biden. Would anybody like to call in? 917-830-4359. What's true, Master Troll? You're on the Troll Patrol, friend. I don't know about Master Troll. I'm King.